Have you ever watched a shiny coin spin and spin until it finally lands? It is pretty cool. But where do these shiny little metal circles actually come from? Today, we are going to find out. We are going to see exactly how plain, boring metal turns into the shiny coins you keep in your piggy bank. Coins do not grow on trees. They are made in a very special factory called a mint. This building is where the manufacturing process begins. As we go inside, take a close look at the very edge of a coin. It is not smooth, and there is a very smart reason for those little lines. Making a coin takes a lot of hard work. You need heavy machines, super hot ovens, and tons of metal to build one from the ground up. Inside the factory, the first step is to melt the raw metal. Workers heat different metals until they turn into glowing liquid and mix them together in a giant hot pot. Once the metal cools down a bit, machines squish it flat. It rolls out into long, thin sheets that look like giant metal ribbons. Next comes the heavy machinery. A big machine chomps down onto the sheets and punches out little metal circles, row after row. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. At this point, the circles are called blanks. As you can see on this piece, a blank has no pictures, faces, or numbers on it at all. They look just like tiny metal cookies, fresh out of the oven, waiting to get decorated. If you like exploring how things are made, hit the subscribe button so we can go on more factory tours together. So before a coin can get its picture, the raw metal has to be melted, flattened, and punched out into perfect matching shapes. Now it is time to add the pictures. A giant machine called a press drops down onto the plain blank with super force. Smash! In a blink, the heavy press stamps a picture onto both sides. We call the side with a face on it heads, and the other side tails. Take a close look at the outside edge of this coin. See those little bumps and lines going around? Long ago, coins had smooth edges. People would shave tiny bits of valuable metal off the sides, and no one could tell. To stop this, the factory added these lines, called ridges. If someone tries to scrape metal off the edge now, the lines disappear. The bumpy edge shows the coin is exactly as it should be. By the way, you will only find metal coins here. The mint does not make any paper money. That gets printed at a completely different place. With one big stamp, the plain metal circle gets its faces, its numbers, and its protective bumpy edges. Quiz time. Shout out the answers. What is the coin factory called? A mint. What is the plain metal circle called? A blank. And what are the bumpy lines on the edge? Ridges. Because these coins have official stamps and protected edges, people can trust what they are worth. That makes them a very helpful tool. We trade them for things we need, like food or clothes. Let's remember the steps. We melt the metal, flatten it into ribbons, punch out blanks, and stamp them with heavy machines. Workers check the finished coins to make sure they are perfect. Then they pile up millions of them in huge bins to ship off to the bank. Here's something fun to do at home. Ask a grown-up to help you find a real coin. Run your finger over the bumpy ridges and see if you can find the year it was stamped. Before it jingled in your pocket, that little piece of metal went through hot fire